The CEO, Aaron Cole, known in the business world for being cold, efficient, and always in control, felt something crack inside him. He had planned to travel alone, as always, back to his penthouse after another draining business trip. But the boy's trembling voice and the girl's shaking shoulders pulled him away from the world he knew and into theirs. What do you mean help you get home? Aaron asked, softening his tone. The boy swallowed hard, almost as if the words hurt to say. Our mommy is coming, but she's crying in the restroom, the boy whispered. The airline said we can't board because she doesn't have enough money for the extra fees. Daddy used to take care of everything, but he's in heaven now. We just want to go home. Aaron's chest tightened as the words sank in. He had never married, never had kids, never even let himself imagine that kind of life. Success, wealth, power, he had all of it. But these two children, they had lost more than he ever dared to value. He stood up. Where's your mom? The boy pointed with a shaky hand toward the far corner of the terminal. Aaron followed, and there she was, a young mother sitting on the cold airport floor, her head buried in her hands, shoulders trembling with every silent sob. Her phone lay broken beside her. Her suitcase zipper had burst open. Her entire world looked shattered. Aaron knelt gently. Ma'am, are you all right? Her eyes, red and swollen, lifted to meet his. I'm sorry they bothered you, I'm just trying to get my kids home. We lost my husband last month. Everything's falling apart. I thought I had enough for the tickets, but they added new charges and I don't know what to do anymore. Aaron didn't speak for a moment. He had led millions, built empires, and negotiated impossible deals, but this simple, raw human pain, was something he had no script for. Something inside him softened, something he didn't know still existed. Let me help, he finally said. No, please, you've already been too kind, she whispered. I don't want charity. It's not charity, he replied. It's something I need to do. He didn't know why he said that. Maybe because he was thinking of his own father, the man who left him emotionally long before he passed. Maybe because he had spent too many years alone in airports, watching families reunite while he boarded planes to empty hotel rooms. Maybe because for once, he wanted to matter to someone outside a boardroom. He walked with them to the airline counter. The staff recognized him instantly, Aaron Cole, billionaire CEO, but he gently raised his hand before they greeted him with formality. These three are guests of mine. Put any remaining fees on my account, he said calmly. The boy's sister wrapped her small arms around her mother's waist. The mother covered her mouth, tears flowing silently. The boy looked up at Aaron with wide eyes filled with something he hadn't felt in weeks, hope. Once their tickets were secured, they all sat together near the gate. The mother told Aaron their story. How her husband, a soldier, had passed away after a sudden illness. How she tried to stay strong for the kids. How she sold everything just to move closer to her parents. How the world felt too heavy lately. Aaron listened, really listened, for the first time in years. The children eventually leaned against him, tired and trusting. The little girl even fell asleep with her head on his arm. Something about her warmth, her innocence, made him realize how empty his life had been. Not lonely, empty. A life full of achievements but no meaning. As boarding was announced, the boy tugged on Aaron's sleeve. Can you sit with us on the plane? Mommy is scared of flying. Aaron froze. He had never connected with children. Never even tried. But looking into their hopeful eyes, something in him melted. Of course, he said. On the flight, the girl held his hand during takeoff. The boy leaned on his shoulder and whispered stories about his dad, how brave he was, how funny, how he promised to teach him to ride a bike properly. Aaron felt tears burn at the corners of his eyes, something that hadn't happened in years. The mother whispered a soft, "Thank you," that carried the weight of 1,000 sleepless nights. Hours later, when they finally landed, the boy grabbed Aaron tightly around the waist. I wish you could come home with us, he said. You make mommy smile again. Aaron looked at their faces, the little family trying so hard to rebuild, and realized something painful yet beautiful. He had been searching for purpose in all the wrong places. The mother turned to him. You saved us today, not just with money, but with kindness. I won't forget it. He smiled, genuinely. I won't forget any of you either. As they walked toward the exit, the boy suddenly called out one last time. Maybe you're like an angel daddy sent to help us. That sentence hit Aaron harder than any business failure, harder than any loss he had faced. In that moment, he realized he wanted a life filled with connection, not just contracts. He wanted to care again. To feel again. To matter again. And the viewers, right here, right now, this is where the message lands deep. If one act of kindness can change an entire family's journey, imagine how many lives we could change if we all tried, just a little.